Ever met slash spoken to a celebrity and you
Okay, Halloween night 16 years ago. I'm 18 years old and I sneak into a very fancy fashion magazine party. It's a warehouse party and I'm pretty sure the only reason why I got to go in is because the drag queen working the door could see I was from a small town just looking to live my life. Grateful for her. So I'm in this party just losing my mind, dancing, underage drinking, and I see this guy in the corner kind of looking like, And he's surrounded by people, but I don't think anything of it. He's not talking to anybody. So I walk up to him and I'm just like, why do you look so miserable? What the fuck? And he is just perplexed. And he's like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm Madeline. I'm 18 years old and I'm an anarchist from Fresno. And he is like laughing, but like so confused. And I'm all, let's make out. So I make out with this dude. But the whole time he keeps going, you don't know who I am. And I interpreted it to be like, I'm just a stranger. But the more he asked, the more I realized he was more like, you don't know who I am? And I realized that he's surrounded by bodyguards. But I just never asked. So to this day, no idea who he was. Probably famous though, I'm guessing. Yeah.
have you ever met slash spoken to a celebrity and you didn't realize?
So I live in New York City, and one time I was in the bathroom at Hooters, and this guy was taking a really loud dump. So when he exited the stall, he looked at me and said, I like your shoes. So, of course, I had to respond with saying, I like your thoughts. So he leaves the bathroom, didn't wash his hands. It was freaking Harry Styles.
Spoken to a celebrity and you didn't realize that they were famous.
I feel like this question was made for me and I've been waiting to tell this story and I feel like now is the time. So a little over a year ago, me and my friends go to a bar in Venice Beach and it's a Tuesday night and there's really nobody in there except for one guy at the bar. I decided to go over to the bar and get a drink and I'm standing next to this guy and we just kind of start chit-chatting. He's complimenting my outfit, my clothes, and then he jokingly says like, do you want to switch clothes? And I was just like, whatever. I didn't think much of it. And he's like, what do you do for work? And at the time I worked a celebrity invite showroom in LA. And I told him that, and he goes, I've been there. And I go, no, I don't think you have. Like, you have to be a celebrity invited to go there. He's like, no, I've been there. I'm like, I think you're going to get confused with something else. You haven't been there. And then I turned to my friend, and she's like, you know that's Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter, right? And I had never seen Harry Potter, and I really did not think much of it, but I kept talking to him, and he was a really nice guy, super flirty, and it was really cool, but I had no idea who he was.
Have you ever met slash spoken to a celebrity and you didn't realize?
I have two of them. I'm going to give you the smaller one first. So it's 2005. I'm sitting in LAX. My plane is delayed by like an hour and a half or something like that. Thank you, Delta. So I'm sitting there talking to this guy for like an hour and a half, killing time because there was nothing left to do. And he was putting his mom on my flight, but not himself. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, guy, like, you look so familiar. And he said nothing about being an actor. So finally it clicks. And I was like, bro, were you in Mr. Deeds? And he was like, yeah, I was actually. Right there. He was Cecil in Mr. Deeds. So then he was so sweet and he was like, do you have any questions about Adam Sandler? Because I guess people normally do that. And I was like, no, I don't think so. We had a good rapport going on. I just want to talk to him. So I gave him my Livestrong bracelet because that was a big thing back then. And he signed my poster. 10 out of
Ever met slash spoken to a celebrity and you didn't realize?
Finally, I can participate in this trend. I want to preface this by saying that soy cubana, soy guajira, and I don't know anything about celebrities. This also happened to me twice. Here's the first story. I was at a bar outside of LA and this place was packed. And while I was waiting to get to the bartender to order my drink, a huge guy out of nowhere pushes me out of the way. And when I tell you I got Latina on his ass, I got Latina on his ass. While we were in a heated argument, another guy comes out with his hair like that. And he says to me, hey, I'm really sorry, my friend did that. Let me buy you a drink. I thought the hair was weird, but whatever, that is, okay. He invited me back to his table where it's just the two of them, and we hung out for like 20 minutes. So at this point, I see my friends at the other table eyeing me and like with complete shock on their faces. So I go back and they're like, Mari, you don't know who that was? Ni idea, yo no sé. It was the fucking weekend. I had no idea who he was, but damn it, I should have asked for another drink.
Have you ever met slash spoken to a celebrity? And
This one's actually kind of embarrassing, but I was at emo night, and if you don't know what that is, look it up. But anyways, 5 Seconds of Summer, used to go there almost every month, I think. And I honestly wasn't I like their music, but I don't know really what they look like. I also don't know what anyone looks like because I have like memory problems. But I was talking to somebody for a minute, like just having a regular whatever conversation. I walked away and someone was like, oh my god, you were just talking to the guy from 5 Seconds of Summer. And I didn't really think anything of it because a lot of celebrities come and go there. Like Demi Lovato goes there, Machine Gun Kelly. It's pretty normal for celebrities to go there, but it took me about 3 full hours to realize that my shirt said, LOL, you're not Harry Styles. This was that night, and here's the shirt.
slash spoken to a celebrity and you didn't realize that they were famous.
Okay, before everybody gets mad at me, let me preface this by saying I don't listen to a lot of country music. Which is pretty bad considering my dad is a country artist, southern rock artist, but that's a story for another day. Also, this story takes place just 2 weeks ago. So I'm at work. I'm a full-time registered nurse, and I'm sitting there charting on the computer. And one of our doctors comes up to the desk and yells, Danielle! And I'm freaking out going, oh God, who did I kill? He motions me to come over to him, and he's got a girl with him. He introduces us. She seems really nice and cool. We chit-chat for a minute. And the doctor jumps in and says, Casey, Danielle sings too. You should hear her sometime. And I look this woman dead in the eyes and go, you sing too? She then laughs and says, yeah, I dabble a little bit. The doctor then pulls me aside and says, Danielle, she's won 6 Grammys. Ladies and gentlemen, I openly embarrass myself in front of Casey Musgraves.
Have you ever met slash spoken to a celebrity and you didn't realize?
Yes. Okay, so like 2016, 2017, I was walking out of a thrift store and I saw this girl with short hair kind of like mine, and I was like, hey, I really like your hair. And she just looked at me with disgust and punched me in the face. I fell to the ground and she just kept kicking me in the stomach repeatedly. She stole my wallet and then spat on me and then got in her car and backed over my body. Anyways, a couple of years later, my friends were like, hey, you should watch Stranger Things. So I decided to watch, and that's when I realized that girl was Millie Bobby Brown.
Have you ever met slash spoken to a celebrity and you didn't?
Okay, so this one's for all my NFL fans and football fans out there. My junior year of college, I had to get hip surgery, and I went to this place in Philly, and the place where you get your surgery, you also do your PT. So I go back the next day, hopped up on pain meds, and I'm laying there, and I look to this dude to my left, and it's this big dude, like he doesn't even fit on the table. And he looks at me like so clearly fresh out of surgery. And I was like, did they give you the animal crackers and ginger ale too? And he goes, yeah, they did, and they were good. I'm like, yo, they were good. And then we both kind of just fell asleep, and I get home that night, and I'm watching TV with my family, and the Subway commercial comes on. I'm like, oh my God, Dad, I talked to him. And he's like, bro, what are you talking about? So I tell him the story, and he goes, are you kidding me? He goes, that's JJ Watt. So I had a conversation with JJ Watt about animal crackers and ginger ale and did not even realize it.